unlisted, so don't stress too much.
I still can't figure out how the hell to get this to look like. I don't know how to load it for me.
How to load what?
So like when it goes live, I'm on that page you sent me, and I don't see it ever come up. If I hit refresh.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, do I need the unlisted link?
Yes.
Send that to me. That's what it is.
I'm pretty sure that Supermagical/live should do it.
It's not doing it for me. That's weird.
Or do you have admin privileges on the YouTube channel yet?
Maybe. I thought I had the privileges.
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and make it public then.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
I mean, everyone's probably scrambling right now.
Yeah.
Oh god, meta tags. Oh god, meta tags. Oh god, meta tags. Alright, so if we go to the main page here. So I changed the channel around to where there's a section, like the live now is right below the last uploaded. So then this, oh crap.
Oh yeah, I see us there.
Looky there, Striker's got it full screen. Good job, buddy. So now I'm going to turn it down and see what the audio's like. Oh god, I'm so loud.
You sound good though. Everybody sounds a little echoey, but that's yeah.
It's TS, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, we're like maxing out. You can just, I would say just turn down, go to TeamSpeak and options, and then go to playback and adjust the voice volume. Yeah. Where was it at before? Oh god.
God, we're at 51 seconds, y'all.
Alright, let me close the door. I'm gonna unlist this for a sec. Actually, no, I'll just leave it.
Two, one. Lots of techno music. That's not really been their thing, though, like, with this whole thing. I mean, they're on brand for what they're trying to, like, do.
God, it's so bright.
Yeah, if you have epilepsy right now, you might be having some problems. This thing should have came with a warning.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tatsumi Kimishima from Nintendo.
What's up, Tatsumi?
thank you very much to all of you who have joined us here today. And thank you to everyone viewing the presentation live online. Many people around the world watched the Nintendo Switch video we released in October of last year and reacted quite positively to it.
Giant nerd boner would have been better to say.
This video introduced the Nintendo Switch console, Nintendo Switch dock, Joy-Con grip, and 2 Joy-Con controllers, as well as the Pro controller. Nintendo Switch is a console that can be played while connected to your television, but it is also a system you can bring with you to share the fun wherever you go. Nintendo Switch is a brand new kind of home gaming system that offers a wide diversity of play styles. In today's presentation, we intend to provide a detailed introduction to the Nintendo Switch hardware and software. I'd like to begin by introducing the Nintendo Switch launch date, suggested retail price, and online
Whoa,
services.
whoa, whoa, don't jump.
Nintendo Switch will release simultaneously on March 3rd, 2017 in Japan, the US, Canada,
wow.
major European countries, Hong Kong, and other territories.
Wow. Happy birthday to me.
This
expecting
is the
much later.
suggested retail
Oh, here we
price
go, here we go, here
for
we go.
Nintendo
250, I'm
Switch.
still guessing.
In Japan, it will be 29,980 yen.
Naturally.
In North America, it will
Oh.
be $299.99.
All right, 300.
For
Yeah.
the price in Europe, please check with
Huh.
your local retailer.
No, Europe.
Ooh.
Next, I have information about Nintendo Switch online services. With Nintendo Switch, you will of course be able to enjoy online multiplayer gaming. And when you use a smart device application that will connect to Nintendo Switch, you'll be able to invite friends to play online, set play appointments, and chat with friends while enjoying online matches and compatible
Yeah.
games, all from your smart device.
Give me a unified account, Nintendo.
Users will be able to try out Nintendo Switch online services for free during a trial period after launch.
Whoa.
Whoa.
This is an Xbox
Then
Live type
it will
thing.
become a paid service beginning in the fall of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
We will provide additional details on this paid service and its features on our homepage at a
Let's
later
do a
date.
Nintendo count. That's one.
And I have an additional piece of information. With our past systems, like Nintendo 3DS and Wii U, we designed them using region locking, which limited play to software sold in the same region that the hardware was purchased.
Why?
But with Nintendo Switch, we have revised our approach and decided that in general we will not apply region locking to Nintendo
Yes!
Switch software.
Duh. Thank you.
Work for Pokemon.
Yes.
Here, I would like to switch over to the man responsible for all software development for Nintendo Switch and mobile applications, Mr. Shinya Takahashi.
Oh. Snappy.
Literally.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shinya Takahashi, and I lead all Nintendo software development.
What up?
Nintendo Switch has inherited DNA from each of the many hardware systems Nintendo has released to date.
Uh-oh.
The Nintendo Entertainment System included 2 controllers in the base system. Game Boy made it possible to bring video games out of the home. Super NES added the X and Y buttons and the L and R buttons to enhance the fun. Nintendo 64 offered the world's first analog control stick, and it introduced a rumbling controller with the development of the Rumble Pack. We put a handle on Nintendo GameCube so it could be carried
Because
around.
you wanted to carry that
Even
around
at
a
that
lot.
time, we were considering a home game system that you could take with you, but it seems we were a little
Hey,
too
man.
soon.
It was, but you know,
Nintendo
I moved a
DS
lot,
added a
so
touch
I moved
screen.
mine a
Well,
lot.
this is a load of shit because they
With
didn't
the
even
Wii
talk
Remote,
about
motion
introducing being
control
a C
became
stick for
possible.
that.
True.
And the Wii U gamepad enabled you to play games off the TV.
Yeah.
And now,
Let's
Nintendo
not talk
Switch
about the fact
has
that the Wii U was
inherited
way better
all
than
of
the Wii U.
Nintendo's entertainment DNA, and we have packed each and every one of these features into the system. Nintendo is constantly pursuing new forms of entertainment to bring more fun and more smiles to the world. And the new entertainment we will present in 2017 is Nintendo Switch.
That's what it is?
Oh shit! This is designed by Joni Ive. Holy crap! This is some Apple bullshit right here.
Thunderbolt only.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch は
Nintendo Switch is a video game system for the
Oh
home.
Jesus! They really did pull a
テレビ
Joni
に
Ive.
つないでゲームを
You
プ
connect
レ
it
イ
to the
します
TV to play games.
Yeah, that's what a console is. Thank you.
When you want to play away from the TV,
Nintendo Switch
you
を
just remove
どこから
Nintendo
取り外し
Switch
ます
And
from
you
the
have a
dock.
tablet.
左右のジョイコンをセ
When you
ット
attach
す
the
ると
left and right
どこででも
Joy-Con
遊ぶことがで
controllers,
きます
you can continue playing anywhere.
I do like
Nintendo
that
Switch
a
は
lot.
Nintendo Switch
Yeah,
has been
no, that's
designed
fair.
to be a
It's fair.
home
It's fair.
console
And the
gaming
stand.
system
Yeah.
that gives you the freedom to change your playstyle.
I feel like they're holding on that a little too much.
Next, allow me to introduce the playstyles Nintendo Switch will offer.
Man, that little click is gonna
TV
be
モード
really
TV mode.
fucking annoying by the end of the night.
テレビ画面を見ながら
Play
遊ぶ
games on the
TV
TV
のスタイル
in
です
typical video game style.
What are you trying to say by typical video
テレ
game
ビ
style?
モード
Tabletop mode.
スイッチ本体をスタ
Stand
ン
the
ドで立て
Nintendo Switch console up with its kickstand and
画
play
面を見ながら
using the
みんなで遊ぶ
Joy-Con.
テレビゲームの体
You
験
can
を
now play video games in front of a screen with others,
どこででも
wherever
遊
you
べ
like,
るようにします
even away from the TV.
携帯モード
Handheld mode.
左右のジョイコンをスイッチ
Attach
して
the left and right
屋
Joy-Con
内
to the
でも屋
system.
外でも
You can take it with you and play indoors, outdoors, or anywhere you
ジョイ
like.
コンの一つを家族や
And
友
what do you
達に
think
分
of
けて
handing a Joy-Con
For
to
real.
a friend or family
お裾
member
分けする
and sharing the joy right then and there?
バッテリーの持続時間は
Battery life will
ゲー
vary
ム
by
の
game,
条件に
but
よ
it
って
will
異なります
range from 2.5 hours to 6.5
Okay.
hours.
6.5時間になり
At
So
least
two and a-
they're
2.5 hours.
understanding.
Yeah.
USB Type-C
And
端子を
you will be
通
able
じ
to
て
play while
付属の
charging the
AC ア
system
ダプターや
using the
データバッテリー
included
など
AC
Yeah,
adapter
we kinda knew
and
that
the
was coming
USB certified portable batteries.
画面は静電容量
The
式のタッチ
screen
パネル
uses a capacitive touch panel.
Wi-Fi に接続して
You can connect over Wi-Fi for multiplayer battles.
Interesting. All right. All right.
最大で
And up to
8台の
8 Nintendo
Exactly.
Switch systems can be connected for local wireless multiplayer gaming.
But is there like one host? Like. Yeah.
What do you think? With its 3 playstyles, Nintendo Switch evolves gameplay, making it more active and offering greater freedom of play. And what makes this possible are the Joy-Con controllers. To tell you more about the new types of play that Joy-Con will enable, and to tell you about Nintendo Switch software, I'd like to switch things over to General Development Producer Yoshiaki
We really
Koizumi.
need to have a
Thank you very
conversation
much.
with the writer of this presentation.
Hello, everyone. I am Nintendo Switch General Development Producer Yoshiaki
Not a
Koizumi.
robot.
It's great to be here.
Yeah.
Controllers are very important when it comes to video games, right?
Maybe.
They do nail
And I
controllers.
suspect all of you are wondering what the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con are like. Allow me to introduce them to you in detail.
Yeah. Just give me the NES Classic that will Bluetooth into this.
These are the Joy-Con set in the Joy-Con grip. This is the basic style when playing on the TV.
I really kind of want to get my hands on that because that just
Now,
looks super
let
bulky.
me remove the Joy-Con.
I don't know about it. It just feels weird to me.
I mean, compared to the Wii U tablet, not at all.
I
These are
had
the
to use the
Joy-Con.
Pro Controller the whole time with that. I couldn't do it.
could probably fit that in one hand pretty easily.
There is a left and a right Joy-Con. Each Joy-Con has an analog stick. And each stick can also be pressed like a button. This Joy-Con has the familiar A, B, X, Y buttons, and beneath them is the home button. It's this house-shaped mark.
Oh,
There is an NFC reader-writer that can read and write Amiibo data as well.
wait, what's
Yep,
he
there it
saying?
goes.
The joystick reads the amiibo?
And please look at the
Yeah.
square button on this Joy-Con.
That's weird.
This is the
That
capture
is a little
button
weird.
for capturing screenshots of your gameplay.
That will later be
Okay.
content ID'd on YouTube.
In the future, it will be able to capture video.
That will
as well.
also be content ID'd on YouTube.
True, but a
You'll
cool
be able
button
to share the
nonetheless.
screens you capture
True.
with friends over social media.
If they do it right, it'll be great. If they do it wrong, it's
That's more of a button
and
for PlayStation.
each Joy-Con includes accelerometer and gyro
PlayStation-
sensors, making independent left and right motion control like this.
so you could
Possible.
dance.
though. Oh, they still. So there's still like Wiimote, like motion
And take a
controls.
look right here.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
There are two buttons
Okay.
in the rail that connects the Joy-Con to the Nintendo Switch console. These are L and R buttons. Because of this design, each Joy-Con can be used as a fully functioning individual controller.
Oh hell no.
You can hand a Joy-Con to the person next to you in mini two-player games.
If you're a child, maybe.
We
I was
call
gonna
this
say maybe in
sharing the
Japan.
joy. So, Nintendo Switch comes with two controllers right from the start.
Upgrade.
And when you play with these
guess.
Joy-Con, they fit in the palm of your hand, just right.
Can we get a
like
banana for
this.
scale? Can we get a
And they feel
banana for
very
scale?
natural.
This guy's probably 5'4". Also, like, what if
For
he
example.
is?
For
He's 5'2",
example.
Pardon me.
and he's like, "This is still."
You
not
can
good."
release the tension from your
Jesus.
shoulders and relax while you
Oh
play.
no!
What?
Oh no!
That's all for my Joy-Con introduction.
Is it?
Oh, is it though, sir?
このジョイコン
But
実はま
we
だ
still
まだ
have many
お知らせ
things
し
to
たいこと
share
が
about the
あります
Joy-Con.
It's a magic show now?
It's actually a
Jap-
diaper.
This is Japanese David Blaine.
カラーのジョイコン
We have prepared
ジョイコン
Joy-Con color
of
variations.
course.
Neon blue and neon
Of
red.
course. Where's the link? Where's the Breath of the Wild version? It's coming.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Now you can
Good.
strap it to yourself too.
And this
All right,
is
all
the
right.
Joy-Con strap.
Let's destroy TVs.
こうして
It is a wrist strap you can slide onto the rail like this.
こんな感じで
And it has
ボタンを
prominent L
That-
and
well,
R
that is
buttons
true.
for firm
That is true.
pressing.
Vinyl covers. Heck
It's
yeah.
great for games that have you swinging your hands, attaching to your wrist so you won't drop it.
ジョイコンを持ち
And it
や
makes
す
the
くすること
Joy-Con
も
easier to grip.
Ping pong. I feel like that's racist.
Come on
This is
now.
the type that will come with your Nintendo Switch system, but there will also be other colors
Whoa.
sold separately.
What?
右のジョイコンには
The right Joy-Con also has a motion IR camera that can sense the shape, motion, and distance of objects in front of it. It's right here.
例えば
For example, it can tell the difference between rock, paper, and scissors.
Oh, okay.
読み取れたりかざした
And it can tell how far away the hand that threw it is.
ユニークな操
This
作
will
が
make unique new control styles
Uh-oh.
possible.
Uh-oh.
So,
What's
okay.
this?
I'll wait.
It feels like something shaking in a glass.
Uh-oh. This is for VR.
The Joy-Con
That's what
can
this
convey
is.
to you the feeling of ice cubes.
That's
Yeah,
coming
I'm
up in a
hoping
bit.
so. I hope it doesn't end up like their AR on the DS and just not used.
Right, yeah.
しかも
You can even tell
一つ
one,
二つ
two,
三つ
three.
Whoa.
数まで
Don't
The
go
number
over
of
the
ice
top
cubes
there.
in the glass.
That is not water, that
And
is
you
vodka.
can feel water filling the glass.
感じ取れますこの HD
This
振動
new sense of realism
精細
is
で
produced by the
表現力
precision
が
of the
新しい
new
し
HD Rumble.
臨場
What?
感を演出します
HD Rumble.
HD Rumble.
Excuse me, sir. Tactile senses are tactile senses. There's not like a degree.
With these new sensing and vibration technologies, the Joy-Con itself boasts an expressiveness that invites the player to pick up the controller.
And imitate Carl Sagan.
The Joy-Con offers more than just traditional video game controls. It invites everyone to a new world of
Look how
entertainment.
small that thing
Whoa.
is.
Allow me to introduce you to two new games made possible by the Joy-Con.
Okay, let's go.
One that everyone can play together, and one with depth, challenge, and replayability. First, let's switch to the game everyone can play together.
Okay, you're right. The thumb, the
thumb,
snapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank goodness we're not taking a shot every time we do it. Yeah, this is gonna be like the Wii, right? Where it's
I'm gonna go and be a, like 0.1% chance. Red Dead 2.
no, it can't be.
It's not. Probably an on-rail West shooter.
I love when people at home, by the way, can actually like hear me going. Sorry, I'm tweeting at the same time. I'm the fucking social media manager, or something. I don't
Mhm.
know.
The dude.
The dude. I cannot abide. The fat guy's gonna lose.
Why do you say that?
This is the fat guy.
His stare was better. Look at
He's
that.
got them
He's
crazy
determined.
eyes.
His eyes open first.
Yeah.
They both missed. It's like, dang it.
Oh! I don't know what's going on. Oh!
That's right.
Nintendo, you have my money. Thank you.
I don't know what those numbers are. I know what
What
they
do those
mean.
numbers
but
mean?
in relation to the game. Oh, this is gonna be people cheating constantly.
It will, actually. That's not a bad, yeah.
This is gonna be a game where it's gonna like you're gonna get a false start and it's gonna restart the round every time.
Yeah.
Oh, they said two. You might get a lightsaber game.
You're right, you're right. Everything's got to be called Switch? Really?
Hello, everyone.
I feel like those are probably
I
going to
am
be the
Koichi
games that come
Kawamoto,
with the Switch.
producer of One
Probably.
Switch. I am also the general hardware director for Nintendo Switch itself.
Just give us Wii Sports again.
Want to
That's all we
Right.
want.
Let's
Yeah.
That was a great game.
enjoy the expressiveness of the Joy-Con HD Rumble that
Dude,
was
your
just
pants
introduced.
are way too short.
But at the same time,
And you're like
it's a brand new
5'2".
kind of game.
How the hell did
one
that
that
happen?
mixes up new kinds of play that haven't been seen before.
Kind of looks like it, yeah.
He does
Your
look like
typical
somebody
video
cut
game
one
has you
character in
playing
half
while
and put
looking
the
at
top
the
half on the
center
bottom
screen.
half
Yeah.
of another character.
But One to Switch can be played without looking at any screen.
Yeah,
Right.
but that's
So
not-
then, where
that's not
exactly
as
do
much
you
fun.
look? In the eyes of your opponents. You look directly into the eyes of your opponent to play the game.
What?
When will your opponent move?
That's not
How
going to
will they
happen
move?
that way.
Are they just faking? You look into their eyes to read their next move, and then you get to see them do something unexpected.
Guys, this is going to be Nintendo's
In
first
other words,
competitive game.
One to Switch isn't a game you play from a
Just
small
watch.
screen.
There will be tournaments.
It is a game that is primarily played through face-to-face interaction. So you can bring Nintendo Switch to parties and after parties, indoors or outdoors.
it up for the token
any
black
place people
guy.
gather or meet, and you simply 1. Stand Nintendo Switch up. 2. Grab the 2 Joy-Con. 3. Hand one to a friend.
These are basic
And
steps.
just like that, with these 3 steps, the place you're in becomes the game world, and everyone is ready for fun.
And but everybody else that's looking at you is wondering why you're having
We're
a spasm.
creating One to Switch to be a staple for parties and to become an icebreaker for all kinds of fun communication. One to Switch features fun for everyone gameplay made possible by the Joy-Con, and it releases March 3rd alongside Nintendo
Oh,
Switch.
okay.
Naturally.
Please look forward to it. Thank you very much.
I wish they would cut some of the
That
duh
was
out of
One
these
to
reveals and
Switch,
conferences.
a game everyone can play together. Next, let's look at a game with depth, challenge, and replayability that uses the Joy-Con. A new gameplay experience is born. Let's switch to
Ah! Well, and enough with the grimy white guy character reveal slowly walking into the video. Okay, so now we get the schoolgirls. Okay. I feel like they're looking into each other's eyes for something completely different than a video game. Nintendo has launched into the world of porn.
I'm have time of my life.
Dun 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 dun. Tut, 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 tut.
Oh, it's all did you.
Oh, it's getting real. He had to undo that.
She's like, chump, I don't need to loosen my tie.
What? He could do magic. Claws. Nope, no claws.
Nintendo invests in anime. Hey,
You missed.
switch sports, Sean.
Yeah, there you go.
Inspector Gadget Heroes.
It's like the Fantastic Four is trying out or something.
I gotta say though, this little snippet here for this game is actually pretty cool. Props
They
to them.
took the art style from Splatoon to do this. It looks like.
Yeah.
This is secretly how they get you to lose weight. For doing that right there, yeah. But see, I go way too fast for this system. Oh!
Whoa.
Hadouken!
So what about those of us with large hands, like that sensor's at the top,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, I'm gonna wrap that thing up like a boa constrictor. Like there's not gonna be any space.
You
at
know what
all.
they say? You know what they say about guys with big hands? They put May in a mech.
Oh. Okay, so there's more than just two characters.
That's kind of cool. All right. Arms.
So, guys.
they're really thinking outside the box with these title names.
So I'm a really big fan of Fight
Hello,
Night
everyone.
and Ready to Rumble.
Kosuke
So I
Ibuki.
secretly, and not so secretly now, really want that
I'm
game.
the producer
Alright.
of the Nintendo Switch game, ARMS. Today, I'd like to introduce you all to ARMS.
This guy has pants that are appropriately too
Arms.
long that he had to roll up.
It's a
He looks
fighting
like a low
sports game
poly
that uses extendable
wrestling video
arms
game
to
character
battle.
from
Yeah,
PlayStation
yeah,
1 days.
It does.
It's like boxing, where you hit your opponent with punches. But it's also like shooting, where you aim and fire at distant opponents.
Punching is like shooting, y'all.
To play ARMS, you hold one Joy-Con in each hand in a thumbs-up pose.
you hit your
Joy-Con
opponents
senses
with
your
giant
motions.
thumbs up. There you go.
So when you punch, your character also punches.
Okay.
When you twist your fist, your punch curves. With this, you can pursue a distant enemy.
Pretty
You
cool.
move your character by tilting the Joy-Con. And by combining dashes and jumps, you can perform a variety of actions.
There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna freak the fuck out at first with
Because
this game.
ARMS uses physical controls, anyone can pick it up. and
Yeah.
play
I'm a
right
little
away.
disappointed that they stuck with the
But we've made it so that as you
orientation
play
of
more,
punches the way
You'll
that
uncover
Wii Sports
higher-level
did.
techniques
Yeah.
and
you-
strategies.
I want to know what happens when you actually turn your fist
Now,
over 90 degrees.
I'd like to show you
Right,
a battle
right.
If it
between
still
two of our
works.
team members.
Well, and then the funny thing about it is you get something like this, and you get a little kid that just like starts flailing her arms, and she's just gonna kick your ass like they're just
Yeah.
mashing buttons.
Oh, good gameplay. I think that's why
Here
in
are
the
some
very
of the
beginning he was like,
characters who appear in
look, there's
the game.
straps.
Springman and
Yeah,
Ripper.
yeah. Springman's getting his ass kicked.
So this is, I don't know.
It's a very fast
The
and
first thing my
active
brain goes to is Rock'em
fighting
Sock'em
game.
Robots.
Well, yeah,
They're
I
trading
bet
punches
that was
back
in the
and
pitch
forth.
meeting. Like, what if we did
Yeah.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots, but
You can guard in this
Still a
game,
big game, even
Yeah.
now.
but they're practically battling without guarding at all right now.
because they're
Okay.
lame.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Springman
Oh, his
is on
power's
the
over
ropes.
9,000.
Oh. Oh.
But here's
Down
Springman with a
goes
special
All right.
attack.
Frazier. Down
I'm
goes
feeling it already.
Frazier.
Springman
I'm
won.
feeling this game already. Please be bundled in, please.
That would be nice,
As you
yeah.
saw.
For
Ah,
399
be so-
price tag.
The most appealing part of ARMS
Yeah.
is battling.
$2.99. $2.99.
299. Yeah, sorry.
You can battle alone against the computer, and you can play split screen against a friend, as you just saw.
What do you say that? You tell everybody I have no friends?
You can also bring
Jeez.
your Nintendo Switch systems together to battle. And of course, we're preparing online battles as well.
Oh.
Online. See, I can play with
The
my
extendable
friends.
arm fight game.
May
ARMS,
you be able
released
to
this
actually
spring.
like talk smack while you're battling.
Thank you very much.
Nintendo's pretty anti like offending anyone, so I
ARMS
doubt
marks the
microphone will be
emergence of
enabled.
Nintendo's newest characters. As you can see, mastering the Joy-Con controls can bring a new feel to even head-to-head fighting games that demand a high level of strategy and tactics. I hope you'll look forward to it. Next, let's switch.
God damn it. Splatoon, we get it, of course.
Heyo, I never played this game at all.
It's actually kind of fun. It was actually pretty good.
I mean, it's gotta be. It's so popular,
Yeah. It's so popular they're gonna have esports now because of this whole console.
and I can probably get behind this esport.
I would, yeah.
Wasn't this last Splatoon though like local only?
No, it was online.
Okay.
Because you'd have a ton of people that didn't understand what like basic sniping was and stuff, and they just thought they were being cool. And I'm like, no,
Okay.
FPS noobs.
See, I might have bought a Wii U if I had known that you could play this online. And
Oh God, you and I we'd never do anything else.
look at it, Sean. Let's play Splatoon. I'm getting it. I'm gonna get this for sure.
Oh,
Now
absolutely.
that I know that, thank you so much. I've been wrong for years now.
It's a lot of things that we like about Overwatch. It has this in there, like it's got some customization and stuff like that.
Oh,
That's new. That's new. I haven't seen that.
the rain cloud.
Yeah. All right. I like this. Nah.
So-
Political joke.
Anyone watching may be familiar with our very colorful thumbnails and designs. I am quite a big fan of bright colors and oversaturation, so immediately
Yeah.
I'm interested.
Splatoon 2. All right. There we go.
Good afternoon, everyone.
They're really going outside the box for these names.
I am the diligent researcher at the Squid Research Lab who has spent day and night researching
This
the
translates.
mysterious creatures that can take on human form.
He sounds like
I've been
he's
researching
guessing, and
the
he's
new
also
variety of
like,
squid that
oh
was discovered
god,
recently.
He's bored as hell.
And today I'm here to announce the fruits of my labor.
oh.
It has been about 2 years since I
Please
first
just shoot the
discovered
first
squid,
like 3
And-
rows
and-
with that
and
gun.
it seems there
And
have
this
been
poor
many
guy,
changes to the
this poor
squid world
Japanese
in
guy
that time.
too, because we're thinking that
Therefore,
he's
is there
talking
4 on
like that
4
when I'm sure
team-based
he's
battles
well,
where
maybe
the
not
two
being that
teams
enthusiastic.
No,
judging
this
by
guy,
his-
this guy looks like he's about to hold the whole
poster.
place hostage with a
This
paintball.
remains a
Like,
popular sport.
like
but it
he's just
appears the
talking with
battle
his
stages
hands.
have
Like,
changed,
I'll shoot this guy,
and the
that
factions and
guy.
weapons used have also evolved.
Um,
Here, you see the latest piece of technology.
Oh
This
my
weapon
God.
set is called the Splat Dualies.
Splat-dualies.
Not only do these dual-wielded weapons let you shoot ink from each hand, they also have nozzles that can propel you at a high rate of speed to outmaneuver your opponents. It is a fearsome weapon in the hands of one who has mastered it. And it appears the special weapons, which can be activated after spraying enough ground with ink, are all brand new. Surely with the introduction of new weapons, all new special weapons, and new battle stages, we will see the emergence of new battle strategies. I expect our research will continue to keep us busy. Allow me to report briefly on controls. Of course, you can use the Joy-Con controllers, but you can also play using the Pro Controller. You can play on a TV screen, and you can
Yeah,
also play
yeah.
in handheld mode.
All over that.
Of course,
main
in
controller.
either mode, you can use gyro controls to aim your ink.
That's how they did it on the Wii U. Was the
You
gyro,
press the X
and it actually
button to
wasn't
view the
terrible.
map.
It was actually pretty good.
And to do a super jump,
So
you
they're
press
adding
the
motion
button
controls.
assigned to a teammate to
No,
instantly
they're bringing
jump
it
there.
over. Yeah, they're bringing it over from the Wii U, which
Of course,
worked really
you can
well.
battle
Okay.
against friends and people you don't know over the internet. And you can also bring your games and Nintendo Switch systems together to battle friends face to face. That is all from the Squid Research Lab.
Whoever tweeted, "Arms looks like the dumbest thing I've ever seen, and I fucking love it."
I almost forgot something very important. Splatoon 2
Nice.
is planned for launch this
Plan
summer.
for launch.
And again, this time there will be stage and weapon
Yeah.
updates after launch. And there are also plans to hold ongoing in-game events.
Oh yeah.
I am very excited to once again enjoy those exciting times with everyone all around the world.
He just dabbed. He just dabbed. He
2.
did it. There he is. Yeah.
Still,
That's gonna be.
as many
Let's chat
elements that
lighten
we
up.
have yet to uncover.
Dab, dab, dab.
The Squid Research Lab will continue to share new details as we
Oh,
discover them.
that I want to be our podcast
Thank you for your
thumbnail
time
for this
today.
week.
What Squid do you think? This brand new version of Splatoon arrives
I
this
love
summer.
I love Japanese David Blaine.
It
and
should
everything.
make for some hot matches.
Hot matches.
Next, let's switch to this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is the translator like super late on that, or is the audio sync off?
I think he's just late.
Oh. Oh, let me refresh my.
Oh, there's Mario. He's in the real world now.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Sunshine 2.
Could be Sunshine too. This looks like. Oh God, please no. Because we know we loved that game. Oh. This does look interesting though. Didn't they?
Mario Pikmin.
Yeah, didn't they say that they were going to do some sort of like integration or something with it?
Maybe this looks like it's kind of starting to look like Mario 64.
Which we were debating in the chat earlier
Yes.
today. Yeah.
What? So this is what Mario 64 felt like when I played it as I was 11. It's
It
so-
still plays well. Like I
It
was
does.
it still plays well. It looks
Huh.
fun.
It does look fun. If they can, and we've talked this to death the last few days, if they can get the camera right and not have it whip around every time you turn or
Yeah.
jump, that's super cool.
Okay, so of course it's got to be Peach. Oh, please let him show up in a new GoldenEye version of this. What?
Oh, Pimpin' Bowser. There's a lot of new baddies here, aren't there?
Yeah, it does look like it. Yeah.
Oh, what? Mech spiders.
You got some big shit going on.
I think I made a mistake. I refreshed my stream, and I think
Yeah.
I'm like 5 seconds ahead of you
You're,
guys.
you're 5 seconds ahead or 5 seconds behind us. Mario Odyssey. Yep. That's what. Yep.
Nice. Oh, that outfit.
Oh. Yeah. All right, there we go. Hey, look at him.
Hello, everyone. Sorry for my appearance. I am Yoshiaki Koizumi, the producer of Super Mario Odyssey. While I am the overall producer for the Nintendo Switch hardware, I simultaneously have a hand in the newest Mario game, Super Mario Odyssey. This is the first time since Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine that we have created a large Mario sandbox world like this for you to run around in. The theme of Mario this time is a journey to an unknown world, and Mario has jumped out of the Mushroom Kingdom to go on an extraordinary adventure. I said unknown, but perhaps you notice some landscapes that look familiar from the real world.
New York City.
And at the end of the video, Perhaps some of you have noticed some unusual eyes or something on Mario's cap. Oh, and right here,
Yeah.
Oh,
right there. This mysterious cap, in particular, offers action that can only be experienced on Nintendo Switch. This cap character plays an important role in Mario's journey. I hope you'll look forward to it. In the 20 years since we made Super
We've
Mario
never looked
64,
for a cap more than when
I've
Ubisoft
been
tried to
on a
pass
long,
off
long
Aiden
journey
Pierce's
together.
iconic hat from Watch
And
Dogs
we are
1.
working on this new journey called Nintendo Switch, with the excitement one feels when visiting unknown countries for the very first time.
holiday. That's a little late,
I'll be
but
very happy when you can all join me in departing on this new Mario journey
You
on
were
Nintendo
you were
Switch.
way ahead of us.
I'm so
We plan
sorry.
to release Super Mario Odyssey
Tell me when you get the
in
announcement.
the holiday
Holiday
season
just right
later
there,
this
yeah.
year.
Oh wow. Okay.
Since the release is still a ways out, you won't be able to play the game today, so I hope to offer you a chance to try it out at another time. So please wait a little longer.
So no
Thank you
Mario
very
game
much.
at launch.
It does. I mean, they gotta have something for the holidays, but I don't think that should have been it.
俺は君のために
Wha-
楽園に
what?
行く
What?
I'm
Okay.
unfamiliar. Are they doing like a chibi Monster Hunter? Not chibi really, but
No.
お前に閉じ込められてたまるか
This looks like Legend of Mana almost.
never played that.
Good game. I mean, it's a JRPG kind of like thing, right? So it's, you know, it's gonna be fun. It looks a little bit like Final Fantasy in here too, which is kind of cool.
私も決めたからもう怖くない
I think you were right.
Yeah, there's the tree. It could be Legend of Mana.
Oh,
Big
wow.
ass dragon? Yes.
That makes more sense.
Oh, Xenoblade. I feel like I should have known that. There's probably somebody that's in the stream going, "You fucking idiots."
Duh.
I didn't play Xenoblade 1 on the Wii U because it was a Wii U title. It's the Infinity Stones. Not really, but. That's fantastic text I cannot read. That's a fantastic animation I can't read.
Yeah, I don't know if that's meant for us.
No, it's not. Is that Marth? Looks like Marth or one of those guys from...
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
What you just saw was Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Koei Tecmo's latest game, Fire Emblem
Yep.
Warriors.
All right, there we go. We got that one. All right.
Next,
Yep.
I'd like to introduce our third-party partners.
All right, here we go. Do we
The
get...
Nintendo Switch
Skyrim
concept
again.
has resonated with many developers, and there are currently over 50 companies working on games. And there are already over 80 games in development. So today, we'd like to introduce just a few of them. Square Enix has already announced that they are preparing Dragon Quest X and Dragon Quest XI for release on Nintendo Switch in Japan.
In Japan,
Oh,
though. In
okay.
Japan.
So
But
that's huge for them. That's gonna make.
There's another Dragon Quest
Yeah.
game.
I don't want to say
making
most
an
of their
appearance.
money, but
Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 for Nintendo Switch.
Wasn't that the one that everybody hated, Dragon Quest Heroes? Wasn't that the one they made like super microtransaction-y?
Now, take a look at this.
is that? I thought Heroes was the most recent one that was actually like 3D and you could run around the world.
Okay. Well, wait.
I don't know. Ooh, what's this?
Atlas.
Oh God, I'm already ready.
Yep. You need to. Yeah.
But then, I already got Persona. What else you got for me, Atlas?
Unreal 4. All right. Okay.
Really? Now?
Yeah.
What you doing, Atlas?
Is this Persona? It could be.
This Persona's been historically, well, exclusive to Sony consoles, but they do have them on the DS. This doesn't look like Persona.
No, it doesn't.
Just looks like some new Atlas weird game. Speaking of which, Malik, did you ever play Catherine?
I did a little bit, but I love the mark of like somebody actually playing the instrument in the background. Hey, dude, you got a gold belly button.
Captain Falcon. Oh no.
I love that we're supposed to know who that is.
Looks like Golden Ultraman.
It does kind of look like Golden Ultraman.
Oh, more text I can't read. Good.
We'll wait for the translation. Yeah?
An English priest?
Uh-oh.
What?
What?
What does it mean
What?
to play a role?
Dude, come on.
In a vast
Well, I got blue balls over here. I guess North America's not getting that game.
places you go, the deeds you do, the heroes whose tales you bring to
Oh,
life.
okay.
Every road is yours to take.
Nintendo of America.
Project Octopath Traveler.
What?
Embark on an
Yeah,
adventure
What the hell
that's
kind of name is
on
that?
your own.
it's a Japanese name, man.
Nintendo of America just said there's
What
80
you just
titles
saw
in
was
active
the
development.
latest game in the Atlas series.
That's what happens
Shin
when you
Megami
open up for
Tensei,
third parties.
which celebrates its 25th anniversary this year.
About time. I'm really happy they did
Development
that.
has only just begun, but they were kind enough to prepare this video for us today. And the other title is a brand new RPG from Square Enix. Its world boasts a unique graphic style and sense of scale. Please look forward to additional information in the future. Now, let's hear from some of the developers working on new games for Nintendo Switch.
So that
To
game we
start,
didn't know what it
let's
was. Twitch
switch
chat
over to
is
this
saying it's a
individual.
new Shin Megami Tensei game, which is like the more
Hello,
serious
everyone.
Persona.
I am
Okay.
Toshiro Nagoshi from Sega.
Sega.
Sega sees a tremendous amount of appeal in Nintendo Switch, and we intend to be present on the platform.
Don't hate.
And
Don't hate.
similarly, I, as an individual creator, sense a new kind of appeal with this game
Sega.
hardware. We will consider new games for Nintendo Switch, and we'll present them
This
soon.
translator's like, I can't. I just can't. Well, now there's your shot
This new
right there.
hardware
The two
is
like
taking
giants
on
of
new
the old
challenge
school gaming right there.
and has a lot of appealing points. And I would like to take
Yeah.
advantage of this new concept and create an interesting game. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you, Nagoshi-san. Continuing on, let's switch to this
Oh,
person.
Jesus.
Hi, I'm Todd Howard here at Bethesda.
Hey,
Game
what's up, Todd
Studios,
Howard?
And we're excited to announce.
Don't want that hair,
that
dude.
Yes, Skyrim is coming to the
There we
Nintendo
go. We
Switch.
get it. Skyrim. Yay.
Elder Scrolls 6. Oh no.
We love to make games and worlds that you can get lost in, that you can make your own, and that you never want to put down.
So now, is it going to be the remastered, or is it just going to be the original vanilla
That's a good
game?
question.
Because I have no problem believing
Well,
the tablet can
now
run the
you don't
vanilla
have to.
game.
Now you can play
Right.
Skyrim
It
wherever you
doesn't
want
look like the
and
vanilla
take
game,
it
though.
on your own adventures.
For the 2 people that haven't played Skyrim
What's
yet.
really exciting
Yeah.
is for all of us at Bethesda to finally work with Nintendo. You look at all they've done for video games over the
Now you can have it
decades.
on the go.
They've brought so much
Good.
innovation
Well, all
and
right,
fun
that's fair.
to all of us. And
I mean, you
they're
kind of
doing it
already
again.
could, but
The Switch is
not
both
like this.
classically Nintendo, yet something all new. And we want to thank them for letting us be a part of it.
Thank you, Todd-san. Next, let's switch to this person.
Yeah! Whoa!
Yay.
Oh, thank
Punk
goodness.
rockers.
That didn't go very well. Hi everyone, I'm Suda51 from Grasshopper.
Suda 51, yeah!
I think he did too.
Today I'd like to start.
Oh, there
I've
he
been
is.
invited to
Knowing
come to the
Suda, he
cinema,
might
and
be
I'd like
saying
to-
some really inappropriate stuff.
One of the
Might.
games that I worked on. Do you all remember the one guy from Santa Destroy who was born out of a tag team between Marvelous and Grasshopper? That's right, Travis Touchdown. He'll be making his return on Nintendo Switch. Could you show the illustration, please?
Whoa, what?
Alright, so we got an illustration.
So
Alright.
This star will be coming onto Nintendo Switch.
Here's some
The
concept art.
title hasn't been decided yet,
Yeah.
but just about a
I
year
doodled
ago,
this in my notebook.
I've been going to some events, some gaming events in Japan, such as Big Semi, and I've been exchanging ideas with the indie game community, and we've been discussing about ideas for the new Nintendo Switch console, and I've heard that it's an easier platform to create games for, especially for indie.
This guy
developers.
is rambling.
So,
And so
I'm just gonna,
that
while he's
matches
stumbling
with
around,
what
I'm just
we
gonna
are,
say, in Suda
expecting
51's
in
defense,
gaming development
they did just
process.
release Let It Die for free on the PS4.
Yeah, they did.
So they have been at work on stuff. Which is actually pretty
So,
decent for a free game.
This one game that
it's
I'm working
not
on
too
right
bad.
now will be something that will take advantage of
This guy is literally riffing his ideas on stage just to see.
environment that it's
He's
easy
trying to see
for
how many people in the
indie developers to
crowd go,
create a game.
yeah.
And so
And then that's the one he's
we
gonna
will
go
have
with.
a game that will have a fusion of death matches and strong styling, sort of heavily involved, heavily influenced by pro wrestling.
Let's get that rock though.
And I'd love to see Travis.
The problem with that
running
is they're in
around,
Japan, aren't
in a
they?
game
So
for
the crowd's
Nintendo
going to be
Switch.
like,
Thank you very much
really
for
respectful
your
and
time
silent
today.
during the
But
presentation.
They,
until
they
it's
are,
done.
but
51 signing off.
Japanese professional wrestling still gets a little rowdy though. That's pretty cool.
Thank you, Suda-san.
I don't know how
Next,
similar those
we
crowds are.
Switch to this guest.
You are
It's a huge
very tall
honor and
man.
privilege to be
Oh,
here
yeah.
today, representing the passionate and talented team at
Patrick
Electronic Arts.
Soderlund.
For me, to be on this stage is like a dream come
Because
true.
I'm literally a giant.
エレクトロニックアーツの
This guy's from EA.
情熱あふれる優秀な開発チームの代表として登壇することは大変光栄ですし、個人的にはまるで夢のようなこと
He
で
is
す。
actually.
For as long as I've played games, I've been a massive fan of the Nintendo platforms and amazing culture of creativity. So much so that when my firstborn son was born, my wife and I gave him the middle name Luigi.
初めてゲームを教わる時からずっと任天堂のプラットフォームと任天堂の独
wanted
創
to make
的
sure
な
he
文
was
化の
second
大
best.
ファンで、
Right.
あんまりにも任天堂のフ
Way
ァ
to
ン
set
で
your son up for
どうにか
success.
つまり
And as tall
納
as me.
得を得て長男が生まれた時にルイージっていうミドルネームを名付けまでもしました。
So today, we are extremely excited to announce that the world's most popular sports game will be coming to Nintendo Switch
we're getting
later this
FIFA?
year.
ですので本日の発表で大変興奮してます。今年年内に全世界で一番人気のスポーツゲームが Nintendo Switch で発売します。
EA Sports FIFA on Nintendo Switch will be the most immersive, social, authentic sports game ever created for Nintendo
Please
players.
read that it's a
任天堂のユーザーに
gigantic.
とっては
Yes.
EA スポーツ FIFA は Nintendo Switch 版
I
今ま
love
で
FIFA, but
最
don't get me
も
wrong. Navigating those
没
menus
入
and
的
shit are a
最
pain
も
in the
ソー
ass.
シャル最も本格的なスポーツ体験になると思います。
It will deliver the FIFA experience custom
Yeah,
built
that's
for
coming.
Nintendo Switch,
Oof.
so you can play anywhere, play with anyone, and play how you want to play.
FIFA の体験をスイッチ専用に開発して、そこでどこでも誰とでも
While he's
どのプレイスタイル
translating,
で
I
も
think we've
遊べ
gotten
る
the
ようになります。
confirmation that it's
If you're at
$399
the
in
park,
Canada.
at your friend's house, or on
Okay.
vacation,
For Canada.
you can always stay connected
Yeah.
to the biggest
Yeah.
matches. And you'll be able
It
to
is.
play
For Canada.
and get on the pitch with your favorite players and teams from the world's best leagues in iconic stadiums from around the world. All with the unmatched authenticity and depth that FIFA
I still want to know, like,
公園にいても
how
友達
many
の
of
家にい
these
て
are
も
actually
ど
going to
この
make it
先の
into the
観光
world
地にいても
come,
いつでも試合が
like,
でき
pre-order
ま
at
す。
launch day.
そして全世界
Like, how much are
一
we
番
going to
大
have
き
to
な
be
リーグの
hounding it, like a
有
Best
名なチ
Buy
ーム
or
有名な
a
選手たちと
GameStop or,
一緒に
you
ピ
know,
ッチに立
on
って
Amazon or something like
試合
that
を
for
する
this?
こともできます。そしてこれらはすべて FIFA の無比のリアルさと
Tomorrow, what time? Is it
やり
9
込み度
a.m.
で遊べる
PST
ように
or?
なります。
We'll have much more to say and show in the coming months as we bring the world's game to Nintendo Switch in 2017. Thank you.
I have a hard time believing though that it won't be like at Amazon or a huge retailer like that though.
Or Walmart even. Like, you got to think that somebody's going to have it online.
I don't know. It would be really dumb. As we were discussing earlier, like the hype for this is as high as they're gonna get it.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much to
Like, you
Patrick
can't-
and all of our guests.
You can't create more.
Yeah.
We are very excited for Skyrim and FIFA, and are very excited to see what kind of new games Nagoshi-san and Suda-san create. And with that, I'd like to bring my portion of the presentation to an end.
Does that mean we get some
Thank
Reggie
you.
Fils-Aimé?
Yeah, where's Reggie?
Come on, give us some Reggie. Wait, there's Sonic right there.
Oh boy. Does it? Are you a Sonic fan?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But whenever your voice comes on, I just stop listening. Life must be really tough for you. I'm sorry.
There's Rayman Legends again. Dragon Ball.
Oh, good. So I guess Xenoverse 2 will be coming to
That
the
was
Switch.
Farming Simulator, I think.
Harvest Moon?
Yep.
Good.
More Skyrim. There's Sonic. Yep, there it is.
Where are my Animal Crossings at? One more Just Dance.
What game is that?
FIFA?
No, that game that was just on there with the big woolly things.
It
Oh,
kind of
Street
looked
Fighter.
like Star Wars.
Bomberman! Bomberman! Sorry, I'm really excited about Bomberman. That's gross, yeah.
Can we? Oh, how nice of Microsoft to allow that. What was
Yeah.
the one with the fox?
Yeah. What did the fox say?
Oh. Yeah.
That looks like the old Mario Kart though. That looks like the one that's on the Wii U.
I don't think
Which
we're really
I'm
going to
okay
get
with that.
much graphical improvement on Mario Kart at this point.
Not really. Which is fine.
What did you think?
I like them using the jazz music.
As you just saw,
over it. That's
we're
pretty
preparing
cool.
to offer a rich assortment of games, both from Nintendo and a number of third-party partners.
I want to know
Today,
exactly.
you heard from some of these developers, but there are still many others working hard inside Nintendo to develop original game content. In addition to the franchises our fans have loved, we will also introduce the world to new forms of entertainment made possible by the unique characteristics of the Nintendo Switch hardware and the Joy-Con
Alright.
controllers. Since we revealed new colors of Joy-Con during this presentation, allow me to share with you our Nintendo Switch product configurations.
Oh, this is about to get stupid.
Oh boy.
The Nintendo Switch system will include
Yeah.
the Nintendo Switch console, a left and a right Joy-Con, Joy-Con wrist straps, the Joy-Con grip, the Nintendo Switch dock, an HDMI cable, and an AC adapter. The Pro Controller will also be available separately.
I do like that controller.
There will be two
Looks
versions.
pretty good, yeah.
One model with gray Joy-Con controllers, and another model with one neon blue and one neon red Joy-Con. Both versions will be the same suggested retail price. We have shared a great deal of information with you through this presentation, and more details will be available on our Nintendo Switch homepage after this presentation ends.
Loads up Nintendo Switch homepage.
But first, I would like to ask Nintendo of Europe and Nintendo of America to share their messages with their fans watching around the globe. Take it away.
Damn it with the...
Thank you, Mr. Kimishima. I'm Satoru Shibata of
Just
Nintendo
embrace
of
it.
Europe. Good morning, everybody in Europe. I'd like to thank you for getting up so early to watch. I'm so excited for you to finally know all about Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch has a very unique appeal, as you saw today. And
Here
I
comes
look
the
forward
here
to
comes the
you
excuses
all
as to why
getting
Europe
to
can't
try
get it
it
at the
out
same time as
soon.
everybody else.
Right now,
I feel so bad
annual
for them. They
events
always
are
get
being
shafted.
prepared,
They do.
where we've invited European media to play Nintendo Switch for the first time. Within the next few hours, these events will kick off in Frankfurt, Paris, and London. I know that lots of you will be wondering when you can get your hands on Nintendo Switch to try it out. In the coming months, we will hold more of these events. To find out when and where you can have your own experience with Nintendo Switch, keep an eye out for announcements on our official website, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I'm sure that I will join some of the events, so I hope to see you very soon. Now I will hand you over to Reggie in New York.
Reggie!
Thanks for watching and happy
Reggie!
gaming.
All right, bring in the
Thanks,
cyborg.
Shibata-san, and hi to everyone watching in the audience.
I do love
It's the
Reggie.
midnight hour
Yeah.
here in New York. The streets are quiet, but there's definitely something in the air. You can't see it, but the atmosphere is crackling with posts and tweets and messages all about Nintendo Switch. We're here getting ready to show off Nintendo Switch to a small group tomorrow, but you may get your own chance to play well
It
before
wasn't
launch,
us because Nintendo declined our
Switch will be
application
on
to be
display
press
on
members.
6
So,
separate Sundays
yeah.
in 6 different cities
Thanks, Reggie.
across North America.
We'll remember
Or you
this
can buy it in
Yeah, we
stores.
will.
You can find all the details on
as we're playing the
nintendo.com/switch.
Switch.
But you'll have to show up early.
What was it?
There's no shortage of players who can't wait to test drive our new system. And the reasons are now clear.
Yeah.
First,
Oh, good idea.
the wider look we've just seen at what this revolutionary form of gaming and new ways to play are all about. Second, those amazing controllers, the Joy-Con, which combine all the gameplay innovations Nintendo's invented and then adds to them. But of course, the biggest buzz is reserved for the games. And man, what games?
Yeah, what
No
games?
question,
You
there's
actually
a
haven't
lot
told
in the
us
works.
a good launch
But
title
let's be
yet.
honest.
Mhm.
One thing is missing. But if you listen carefully, maybe you can
On the
hear it.
wind.
Floating
Oh God.
in the air.
Oh God.
Yep.
Yep, there it is.
The soundtrack for what's been far and away the most anticipated Nintendo Switch game right from the start. Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. So,
My arm hairs
where
are
is it?
standing up.
Wait.
Well, it'll be here at a special event elsewhere in New York tomorrow. But I see some sneaky Nintendo employees have been playing during this presentation. So let's go over there and see what these guys have to say for themselves. Mr. Miyamoto.
Oh man.
Ah, hi, Reggie-san.
You're here early.
Ah.
You're playing the new Legend of Zelda game. How do you like it?
これはね、good ですよ。
Oh, that's great.
面白い。
Well, so many eager fans want to know the one critical question.
Here's the thing.
When are we launching The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild?
それ聞くならね、もっといい人がいますよ。
Hi, Reggie. Mr. Ayanuma. Yeah. You're the producer for The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. You know everything about the game. Certainly, you must know. When are we launching the game?
I like his glasses.
Yeah, I do too.
Come on now.
Well, I guess that settles it. There's nothing left for me to do but to throw it back to Tokyo. And Mr. Kimishima, do you have the answer to that question?
Shibata-san, Reggie-san, Miyamoto-san, and Aonuma-san, thank you very much. You've left me with a very important task, but I'll have to come back to your question in a second. The Nintendo Switch launch is just around the corner on March 3rd. Tomorrow and the next day, we'll hold a Nintendo Switch hands-on event at the big site in Tokyo.
Nintendo, you're being freaking lame.
We'll begin taking pre-order reservations at retail in Japan starting January 21st.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I hope that we've shown enough.
So did we get to pre-order first?
Did we get to pre-order? Yeah. Wait, what?
Now, we do have one last thing to share with you today.
Of course.
Before we do, I would like to humbly and sincerely thank everyone here for listening and everyone around the world for tuning in.
You're welcome. Show us Breath of the Wind.
You said that as a seagull flew across the screen. I was like, seagulls? The realistic seagull rendering. Snow foxes. So can I just say, I think everyone interested in this has probably already seen this footage.
Most of it, yeah.
Okay, that's rad.
Well, I mean...
Music.
The music of Zelda is always absolutely awesome.
Yep. We went to an orchestra of Zelda music a few months back, and I can't wait to go again once they've got all this stuff figured out too.
Skyrim.
ハイラジオ王国の歴史は太古の昔から幾度もガーノンという名の厄災に見舞われてきた歴史。
I kind of want them to keep the Japanese voices because that was pretty intense.
Coming.
Wow. That was super intense.
That was really intense. And no date. Listen. Oh.
Oh wow. Oh
Launch
my
title.
god.
The rumor's true. It came back to be a launch title. There you go.
Oh, jeez. Well, that was a
I think
surprise.
Striker just died, y'all. You're welcome.
I thought I was going to get a little more time to prepare to
You
play
better-
this.
You better get ready, buddy.
Yeah, the Persona is supposed to come out the month after that.
All right. Well, overall thoughts. What do we think?
I'm happy with what I saw up until that Zelda trailer with the date. I was kind of thinking like, okay, well, what's been mentioned that is like I have to buy this on March 3rd. I think we all kind of felt that. But now, like, yeah, I was gonna pre-order it, and I definitely am now.
Yeah. The thing that I'm wondering with it is that's one game that's pretty good. None of the rest like big titles are coming up with it right now, so I'm just a little interested to see like how quickly they can get the rest of the games out to continue the Switch and stuff, because it's a very like that's a very like particular game to have out there, and then not to have anything else like a normal Mario to like just pick up and play. Like it's gonna be kind of interesting because like right now they don't have a lot going on for them yet. So
what I'm wondering is, you mentioned Zelda Skyrim. Yeah, that's the obvious thing to compare it to, but like is there 60 hours worth of gameplay in that Zelda to hold people over until Splatoon or something comes out?
I'm a little worried about that, and I think that they'll get over it. Now, if they bring out their virtual console and it works really, really well at launch, and then you can go buy a bunch of extra games for it, I'll play Mario Kart pick up and play very quickly. I'll play, some older Mario games and stuff like that to kind of keep me over. The problem that I'm having with some of the hardware reveals, and we'll talk about it on the podcast this weekend, but the problem that I'm having a little bit with their hardware reveals is that I may or may not still have my virtual console stuff that I bought for the Wii U on the Switch. I hope I do, but I don't know if I do. And if I don't, then I've got to either rebuy it, or that's why people end up with ROMs. So,
yep. No, we've discussed this pretty regularly. I know you and I have. Like, Nintendo needs to nail down this whole universal account thing. Like, it's 2017 now. That should have been nailed down 8 years ago. And it's one of the big things keeping me from just buying, soft copies instead of getting the disc or the SD card or whatever. What are you thinking, Striker? How you feeling? Mm-hmm.
I think that's okay. I mean, I think that's okay if you get enough of the games that will appeal to casual gamers and stuff like that. Like, not get your FIFAs and all like that. Like, if you get enough people who are okay playing other games, because the old NES games, like, that was their bread and butter too, were a lot of good third-party integration. And they were some of the more quirky games. Like, still missing that I know Hoover will bring up later when we do an official show later, is he'll bring up there's no Metroid, no even talk of Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
That could be an easy one that could come out holiday next year, or maybe even by holiday this year. They could reveal something like that at E3 this year. So I don't know. It's just they've had to carry their first-party titles so far, and they only have so many studios. So if they can get enough really good people in there, then I think it'll be okay. But we'll see.
So I know, like, people are probably gonna be like, well, duh, there was this and this and this, but for a company that focuses on like party games and multiplayer games, there was a surprisingly like low amount of those like gotta have them's.
Yeah,
felt like they were riding on Splatoon and Mario Kart.
Well, it's interesting because the whole thing from the Wii U was, well, they didn't have enough party game. The Wii was, well, because it was a good party game console. The Wii U took away a lot of that stuff, even though it did technically, if you dug far enough, it had it, but they didn't put it up front and center. And they took a lot of heat about not being a more like hardcore, I use quotes in that, gaming system. But that's never been Nintendo's sort of bread and butter. So, what happens then when you're having to kind of split the difference?
Yep. And I'm fine with the single player experience with Nintendo titles, like because they've been around since my childhood. But if you're gonna build this as a portable console and like brag about, you can play over the air, Wi-Fi, all this stuff, multiplayer lobbies, set up an appointment.
Yeah.
Like there should have been a little more of that, but I don't.
Yeah,
want to split hairs
they need to really. I mean, for this coming out in March, there's not a lot of time for people to make a choice on whether they're going to actually buy the console. It's the beginning of the beginning of the last month of Q1. And a lot of people still probably haven't, gotten over Christmas and spending money and all that kind of stuff. And so,
well, tax return time.
It's tax return time for the people in the U.S., but it is a little bit concerning that $300 is still a lot to pay for a console, not knowing what you're going to get out of it. You can, and it's competitive with that, with less multiplayer, at least on the surface, less multiplayer, and less titles for it. So, we'll see how it goes.
To speak to that, though, as far as stuff not being there whenever it comes out, I know I just argued there's not enough, but also if you were an early adopter of the PS4 and the Xbox, you got a heads up like 6 months in advance, like boom, it's coming out on this date. But until summer of 2016, you really were kind of biding your time a lot as far as console exclusives. Like my PS4 just kind of was sitting there, and my Xbox just kind of sitting there waiting for something good for me to put into it.
Yeah.
So,
no, I think Xbox had it worse than PS4. PS4 had it pretty good. Xbox struggled for a good while, and I think that's one of the reasons why they still aren't doing great compared to Sony. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we've got a few live chat. Somebody said Nintendo fans will buy it for Zelda. Of course they will. That's been the main thing. That's why it was their main event here at the end.
Wait for all the new Zelda amiibos that come out with that too. It's they're gonna cash in. Yeah, they didn't mention a Breath of the Wild special edition that has been rumored, and I wouldn't be surprised if something like that comes out later.
And the amiibo thing, they just kind of mentioned in passing of tapping the joystick and boom, you can use an amiibo. That's the only amiibo mention.
It's probably because they haven't figured it all out yet. Because amiibo outside of Smash Brothers on Wii U didn't do anything.
I'm wondering. Yeah, and
I can't say anything. I collect them more than the Funko Pops.
They're super
I love those
cool.
Things.
I have a bunch of them bookmarked on Amazon or wishlisted on Amazon just because they're really cool figures.
Yeah, they're really well made.
But I hate for it to be a thing because they introduced these around the time whenever Skylanders was at its peak and on its way down.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they introduced those and now they see I'm like, oh, that market's kind of passed. So maybe we'll softly phase it out. I
think if Nintendo's the company that could keep printing money with amiibos. I think I mentioned that in I was having a lengthy debate with people at work on a games chat that we had there, and I said if they got rid of amiibos, they might as well just chop one of their hands off because that thing prints so much money around the world that it's not even funny, really.
As you said that, did you see that in chat? Somebody literally said amiibo just means print.
Seeing it, yeah.
Amiibo just means print more money. Thank you, Alexander Wood. That was timed perfectly when we saw it. The FIFA game.
Alex and I are like this. That's why we're writing partners.
Yeah, and then Dweebazoid says the FIFA game. Yeah, that's I don't. Is the FIFA series historically been on Nintendo? Because that's a big deal if it hasn't been.
I don't think it has, but I mean, it's a lot of people. I mean, the mobile aspect of it could be kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah,
Well, but not just that. Like, I could see a lot of people in the tech industry here. Like in Seattle, there's a huge like football following. You know, we have the MLS champs from this year. A lot of people are happy about that. But not just like in that sort of right. And so I could see somebody in like a tech firm bring their Switch with them to work, go on lunch break, and they're sitting there eating and playing FIFA at the same time for their hour or however long they want to do it. So I don't know. I mean, sports games were on Nintendo for a little while, and then Xbox and PlayStation came along, and kind of took most of the market because that's where competitiveness was when they sort of went off the rails and started doing their crazy kind of shit. But it'll be good to see like where it goes.
I had people talking in chat, Dweebazoid and Alex, saying that or Dweebazoid said that Nintendo sports games are really new for them. And he says he doesn't think they've ever had a real sports game. I don't know that they've had one since Tecmo Super Bowl. The old days, like the last one I remember is I used to play NBA Live 2001 on N64, but that's the last I remember of them really doing it.
Yeah,
they had Madden on the Wii U. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did. They had a couple on the Wii U because it could handle some of the hardware, but you weren't getting. I had a Wii U hooked up to a 4K TV. You were not getting that close. Those kind of graphics.
Weird resolutions too. It's probably like 600p or something instead of not even.
The tablet is rumored to say 720p. I guess we'll find out when they release a fucking spec sheet, which they didn't talk about tonight either.
Right.
They didn't do any of the hardware tonight. They just talked about like, this is how we do it.
I'd like to say I'm glad that they didn't like boost up this supposed battery life. Just say 4 to 6 hours. Like no, 2 to 6 hours. 6 if you're playing something. Yeah, 2 if you're playing Skyrim. You're only going to get 2 hours out, which is fine as long as they're not telling me, oh, you can go through a whole airplane flight across the country and play Skyrim. Like, no, I can't.
You get Foos and Row. You don't get the duh.
Yeah. Now, if they come out, a good idea would be like for that USB-C port to just do a battery attachment on the bottom, and I'm sure they will. That'd be smart.
They could do that, but then in the announcement they did say that like you can anything that has a USB-C out, so all the battery packs and stuff like that we normally carry with us, the lithium battery packs and stuff, if it can run out USB to something else, then you can plug it in and charge your Switch while you're playing. So that's that.
It's cool if it doesn't have to be a Nintendo brand pack, if they haven't done some sort of voodoo like Sony has done that with cables in the past for the controllers.
No, they said anything that works with USB-C.
Sweet.
I think they finally learned their damn lesson.
Yeah, it sounds like they're understanding what people want, and that people aren't gonna. If you do too much proprietary, people are just gonna completely walk away from the table.
Right.
So good on them. Good on them.
Cool. Well, I think that's a good way to sort of wrap up, don't you think?
Yeah.
We'll talk some more. For those of you who are watching now, please submit more questions to the Super Magical Twitter account, magical_podcast, or send us an email, supermagicalpodcast@gmail.com. Give us your Switch questions. We will answer them to the best of our ability when we get the whole crew together this weekend and we go through sort of line by line everything from the Switch announcement. So we have some time to like bring it in, So for Striker and for Pete, who is returned to the land of the living with us here, we're signing off. Good night, guys.
Good night.